This is not a traditional poetry video. In fact, this video isn't even intended for my subscriber base. This is a present for my dad for Christmas. So a couple months back, my dad and I were talking about guitarists that we both like because him and I both play guitar. And he mentioned a song by Lindsey Buckingham, who is a favored guitarist by both of us, called Stephanie. And I listened to it, and it is a very hard, very beautiful guitar piece. And back then, when he was younger, there was no internet, and there was no any kind of, way to look up a video of him playing it so you could copy his hand movements. There was nothing. So my father tried to learn it back then, and because of lack of resources, he couldn't do it. So when he told me that, I went on YouTube looking for a video tutorial on how to play it and found absolutely nothing. There was no way to learn to play this song on YouTube. So I took 2 videos of Lindsey Buckingham playing it and copied it, and just in time for Christmas, I learned and figured it out. So Dad, after all these years, if you still want to learn how to play Stephanie, here's how you do it. So how do you play it? Well, first off, the guitar is in open E tuning. What I do is I make it in open D tuning, and then I slap a capo on 2. On screen are what the strings need to be tuned to. And then what we do, so you have it in drop D tuning, slap a capo on E because it'll make things a lot easier. It makes the spreads a lot smaller. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a D chord, but just take that D chord and move everything up 1 string. So your middle finger is on the B, your ring is on the G, and your index is on the D. So those 3. Then take your pinky and slap it on the B string, 4th fret, and that's going to be the first shape. Now the plucking is easily the hardest part of the song, but you're a finger picker, so I don't think it'll be too challenging. So to start, the first thing you do is you strike B and A together. Alright, strike B and A together, and then G. Dun, dun. I'm going to not try singing for every time I do that. And then, so once you have that, then you're going to take your pinky off the B string, and then you're going to strike D and B. Okay? So then after that, you have that, you strike D and B, you're going to strike G again. So it's A and B, G, D and B, G. So. And then you're going to strike B and A again and hammer on your pinky back on B. And then you're going to walk up the strings starting at high E and stopping at D. Oh, I personally add 2 extra strikes in there. He doesn't do that, I do that. If you want to do that, after the hammer-on, strike A and G, and then do the walk-up. You don't have to do that. But the easy way, and then you're going to walk up, and then you're going to walk up again, but you're not going to use high E. After you do that E, B, G, D, you're going to do B, G, A. So da na 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 So what you have so far is then you're gonna do another walk up, B, G, D. So there's 3 walk ups in succession. A to D, B, G, A, then B, G, D. Alright, and that's the ending of that shape. That's everything you do on that shape. And then you make an A chord. What I do and what he does is instead of making a traditional A chord with 3 fingers, he just bars it. You're going to be on this shape for like a second, so you don't have to like worry about keeping that bar for too long. So when you bar it, you're going B, G, D. So it's just walking up. All your right hand is doing is walking up strings at this point. Dun, 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 dun. And then take your once you've barred the strings for the A chord, then you're going to move. Then you're going to make it so your index finger is only fretting the 2nd fret D string, and your ring finger is on the 4th fret A string. So after the... Now this part's really easy. It's just a walk up and down. B, G, D, A, D, G, B. So it's, yeah. So from the beginning, slowly. So once you have that part down, then you're going to move your fingers. Your index finger is going to be on the 2nd fret A string, and your ring finger is going to be on the 4th fret B string. So when you have this shape, you're going to strike A and B at the same time, and then G, and you repeat that. You do it 1, 2, 3, 4. You do it 4 times. There's a little retard before the 4th. On that, remove your ring finger, and now you're fretting the 2nd fret B string with your middle finger. And then you pull off. So you're going to go 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 0. And this next part is just you're going to strike the E and B strings with these 2 fingers, and the A string with your thumb. So you do that, and then you're going to keep doing that. So you do da, 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 but in between those plucks, you're going to strike the D and then the G string. So da, 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 da. Now, what your left hand's doing during that is simply going on the E string, 0, 2, 4, and then you do a little. So altogether it sounds. Da, 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 da. And then when you have it on 4, that little pull off, you're gonna strike these 2, B and E. Hammer on. And then the second part of the song is literally everything you just did again. So once you do it once, you just do it again. Except when you get to that end part right there, what he likes to do is he likes to do a little pull off on the B string, 4, 2, 0. So after you do the, and then you go back to the original shape and do it one more time. But you're not doing the whole thing. You're gonna do this much. So once you do that second walk up, you do the walk up, and then this walk up. So once you do this walk up, once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to strike the G, and then you're going to strike D and B together and hammer back on the pinky, and then strum. Make sure you don't strum the high E like I just did. And that's the first half of the song. The second half is very, very simple because you're only using 2 fingers for most of it. What this is doing is this entire bit is just bass note and then G and B together. And the bass note pattern is very easy. It goes E, D, A, D. So you're going to strike E, pluck, D, pluck, A, pluck, D, pluck, and then start over. So, and what your left hand is doing is I take my middle and ring, and you are changing them on the G and B strings. So the first one, it's open. The second one, it's on, they're both on 2. And then the third one, they're both on, the third one, it's the 3rd fret on the G string and the 4th fret on the B string. Sorry, I lied. It's the 3rd fret on G and 4th on B. So you're only moving your middle finger up 1 and your ring up 2. So it's E, D, A, D, and then A back to open. And you just repeat that. So you can see what I'm doing. It's just those shapes. That's it. That's all you're doing. So instead of just going through, just watch. So know that they're both on 2. That is on 3 and 4. So. To that point, the sliding, you're going to put your index finger on the 2nd fret D string and just walk up starting at E, ending at D. That's it. Do it again. And then the last one, right before this part ends, you just walk up on the strings, completely open, not fretting at all. So that part all together sounds like this. That's it. And then the very end of the song, it changes a little bit. So you do the exact same thing you do here. So when you get to that second walk up, you're going to strike the A string, and you're just going to start that entire part over. So you're just repeating it. Dun, 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 dun. So you're just doing the first little measure of the song over and over again. He does it 3 or 4 times, and at the very end, after that hammer-on, he ends by taking his middle and pinky off of the B. The B is open, and he strums A, or between A and B. Reset. Reset. Reset, and end. And that's how you play Stephanie in its entirety. Don't feel like you have to learn how to play it just because I made the video. It's alright if you don't, if you feel like you don't have the desire anymore, or if you like it feels like it's too hard. Don't worry, I'm not going to be mad if you don't use the video at all. I hope you like the present anyway. Merry Christmas, Dad.